sir. How you doing?
Good, I'm doing well.
All right. Thank you very much for this opportunity and accommodating my request. I know you have a very busy schedule, and I'm sure other people requesting as well. You know, this is for an article in the Amsterdam News, the Black New Yorkers section. The main theme of the article is the award that you recently received from the senator. Yet at the same time, I would like for you to speak about some of the history, the prominent history of this lodge as well. Can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, my name is Most Worshipful Gregory Robeson Smith Jr., the 59th Grandmaster of the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of the state of New York.
All right.
Where within, in New York, we have over 10,000 Master Masons and Eastern Stars in the state of New York, from Riverhead to Buffalo. And us, in terms of this organization, we're the third oldest black institution in the state of New York. The only other two institutions that's older than the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge are Mother Amy Zion Church and Abyssinian Baptist Church. The only other two oldest black institutions here in the state of New York.
Okay, that's what's up. Can you please go into a little bit of the history of Prince Hall?
Now, in terms of Prince Hall himself, well, the thing is that with Prince Hall, he was an abolitionist in Boston, where that he's the founder, or you say the father, which we named after Prince Hall. He's the one that established, in terms of masonry, here for black people. Here where, of course, you had, the white Masons, but him as Prince Hall, when he was fighting at that time in Boston in the 1700s, he received the charter from England to start to practice masonry here in the United States. And then that's where he started in Boston, Massachusetts, and then extended throughout the other parts of the world, Prince Hall Masonry.
All right, that's what's up. Because, like you mentioned, this is like one of the oldest black organizations for, in America. And also that I know that for many decades, y'all have provided great services to the community, not just the Masons in general, but to the general public.
Yes, no, definitely. Because what happens, we have the Prince Hall Colonial Daycare, which is located in the Polo Grounds, the Charles Wrangell houses. That's the Prince Hall Colonial Daycare is the oldest in terms of daycares here in the Harlem community, over 50 plus years. That's a part in terms of helping, in terms of supporting, our people in terms of in terms of education there at the Charlie Wrangell houses. And speaking of, in terms of the Charlie Wrangell houses, we have over the years prominent Master Masons and Eastern Stars who are very active within our community. Case in point, we have, when I mentioned Charlie Wrangell, he was a Master Mason. Percy Sutton also was a Master Mason. Reverend Wyatt T. Walker was a Master Mason. You have Reverend Dr. Calvin Butts, who was a Master Mason. Adam Clayton Powell, who was a Master Mason. You had so many prominent at that time in terms of Master Masons working within an Eastern Stars, when I say working in the community. Where currently now we have Senator Kevin Parker, who is a Master Mason. Mention our former governor. I meant to mention him, that David Patterson, who was a member of Boyer Lodge No. 1. Also, when we talk about Assemblyman Percy Sutton, he was a Master Mason. We worked in terms of tirelessly in the community, supporting our people, either behind the scenes or out in the forefront in our communities.
Thank you very much. You covered my next question, which was to mention some of the prominent members in the community. Can you please speak about how the award came about, the recent award came about?
Well, the chair, now it was interesting with the chair award, was recently given, who is the chairperson, who is currently now, she's assembly person. I meant to ask before, with Crystal People Stokes, who is the majority leader of the Assembly of New York State. She's located in Buffalo, who's also an Eastern Star. And, you know, with the various people right now, you have Latrice Walker. Latrice Walker is the current chairperson of the Black, Latino, and Asian caucus. And her, in terms of the chair, providing, and I look at this award, the Chair's Award, that wasn't accepting it for myself, but all the Master Masons and Eastern Stars that did work in the community for the state. So when I accepted that award, I was accepted on the behalf of all the brothers and sisters of our organization doing great work.
So I want to backtrack a little bit. If you could go into your history of being a Mason.
Well, I'm a 5th generation Master Mason, and in terms of my history, it went all the way back into my great grandfather at the time. You know, instead of passing along in terms of being an abolitionist himself, and during that time, with me being a 5th generation Master Mason, when you talk about history, you know, these are the things that when the people I grew up around. My father, you know, like I said, he was a Master Mason, great-grandfather, and so forth and so on. And the things that the people that was intricate in my life, that was doing good things, you know, it was almost like I gravitated, you know, to Freemasonry. One day, just had a conversation with my father, wanted to join, and when I wanted to join, I said, hey, I want to be, you know, part of this organization. Now, the founder, like I said, when I say 5 generations, Cyrus Bustle, who is my great grandfather. Now he was in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia. He was a part, the abolitionists. He was an abolitionist, a part of the movement there, and with him, also with not only, like I say, Cyrus Bustle, my great grandfather, but also Richard Allen and many others at that time that was fighting for our black people at the time within the community. So,
all right, thank you. Can you also speak about some of the services that you have provided to the community as well? Because I know that y'all provide food and other things.
What we do is that we partner with City Harvest. During time, we worked, and a couple of our Master Masons that actually was intricate, a part of partnering with, City Harvest, Right Worshipful Len McTeer, who was very intricate with the community here, had City Harvest, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, they were providing food to the community, and they had Master Masons, Eastern Stars helping support the members of City Harvest, giving food out in the community. Also, we had another organization here that was doing stuff for food banks as well for the people. We have every Thanksgiving and Christmas, we provide food to people who need it. Also to the Prince Hall Plaza, which I'll talk a little bit more about that, and also brothers and sisters at the time of families that don't have a hot meal. We provide that during that time, during the Christmas and Thanksgiving holidays as well.
And also, I'm aware that y'all were also doing that during COVID as well.
Yep, that is correct. We were doing it during COVID because at the time when people couldn't get out, we had to make sure, of course, we had to wear masks and gloves to ensure that we had hot meals and food out to the people, especially around here. Next door, we have what's called Prince Hall Plaza, which we help support and manage, where a number of elderly folks that meets there, that lives there into the community, we end up feeding them and supporting them as well.
I know an individual named Sigmund Wortherly, who's a resident over there. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's kind of popular.
I think I might know who you're talking about. He's a gentleman. I believe he's a tall, slender gentleman. I think I might know him. I'm not sure though, but yeah.
Yeah, Sigmund Wortherly's an ex-boxer.
Okay.
And he also had a fearsome rep in the streets at one time as well. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go see him after I leave here.
Okay.
All right. So, can you speak about how the award came about from the senator.
Right, that's the thing. It's like Latrice, the assembly person, Latrice Walker. She's a New York State Assembly. She's the one. Her and Senator Kevin Parker, felt that they wanted to give this award, even though I was recipient at the Black, Latino, and Asian Caucus. When they felt that to give this award, when they gave it, to me, like I said, I received it just based on in terms of the work that we do as an organization. As the organization itself. With me, I've done work over the years, working a lot in terms of in the community, having different projects, doing the feeding, doing the homeless, doing readings and supporting at our Prince Hall Colonial Daycare with the children, marching in the African American, the Harlem Day Parade, that we've been doing that for a number of years, organizing, helping, supporting. So a lot of things that I've done, in terms of over the years, in terms of working on these projects, sharing different projects, and to do things out in the community. Because I look at it is that I just do it for the people. I don't do it for myself. I don't look for any accolades or anything like that sort, because I, come from humble beginnings, and then my family, always raised me, always be there to help help our brothers and sisters out there.
Okay, that's what's up. When was the ceremony, and where was it at?
Oh, it was in Albany. It was in Albany, New York, at the annual Black, Latino, and Asian Caucus. It was in a number of weeks ago, where that during that weekend you have prominent many members of the New York State Senate, as well as the New York State legislators, where they meet annually. And during this time, that's when I was, then I received the award at their annual banquet, their scholarship banquet.
Okay. Do you recall the exact date?
The exact date, it slipped my mind, but I'm sure that definitely remember, because time always flies by so fast.
All right, sorry. And what was your response once you found out that you was going to receive the award?
I was humbled. I was humbled that I was going to receive the award. And at first, I didn't think that I was, to be honest, worthy of that, because I'm not a type of person where that I do things to receive awards. When they mentioned it to me, I just felt that there were so many other brothers and sisters that should have or could have received it. So that's what it's kind of like a humbling experience. So I told that I want to accept this, and like I said, for the people that always hard work and do things for us. So
okay, what was the exact name of the award?
It was the Chairman's Award. Exactly. Yep, the Chairman's Award.
All right. And then can you just describe how the ceremony was?
During the time, it was a banquet where that it was a dinner, plated dinner up at a place called the Egg in Albany, right where the state capitol, near the state capitol, and it was a black tie, a black tie dinner where that they had the announcements of a number of the state senators, as well as the state legislators, where they talked, give the awards, have performances, but also was a fundraising event in terms of scholarships that they give back to the community, which they generate, to my understanding, over $100,000+ every year in terms of giving back to the community and scholarships.
Okay, that's what's up. Who were some of the other prominent people that were present? Did other people receive awards as well?
During at the time, yes, it was a few other people that also received awards as well. A number of people that were involved, or former state senators, former legislators that did work, in terms of the community, in terms of recognize them over amount of years, in terms of their best practices and everything that they've been doing as well.
What's in the future now that you received this award?
No, the future for me is to continue what I keep doing. Work, for the people, do as many things I can possibly can, and try to be 1% better than I was yesterday.
That's what's up. All right. Any closing remarks?
No, I'd like to thank you, my brother, and also the Amsterdam News for taking the time to interview me on this award. Like I said, this award receiving, like I said, is humbling, for me. But then I let number one, never lose touch, the touch of doing stuff for the people, and never stop trying to push to do the right thing.
Yes, I'm thankful to the people at the Amsterdam News for allowing me to have this platform, to be able to provide a platform for people such as yourself who've been, providing great works and services to the community for decades, because that's, very well needed. A lot of people don't understand there's some people out there that don't have nothing else, and this is institutions like this is all they have, or they may have others, but this helps them out tremendously as well. So I thank you for that, and I thank you for the opportunity, and I also thank you for your understanding and my tardiness.
Not a problem at all, my brother. Not a problem at all.
And also, can you speak about Arthur Schomburg? Because I wrote a piece about Schomburg earlier this year about him being a Mason.
Yeah.
And it was here.
Yes, Arthur Schomburg. Yes, Master Mason. He was a Grand Secretary here, and we had one of the lodges. Actually, he was a member of Prince Hall Lodge number 38. And in terms of Arthur Schomburg, influential, prominent, like you said, at that time within the community, and with him, all the work that he's done in our organization that brought it up. And like you said, him and many others that did some great work in the Harlem community. Definitely, shout out Schomburg, like you said, Prince Hall Lodge number 38, as well as his lodge from there. So.
Okay, no. All right. Thank you very much, sir. Once again, it's an honor. Thank you for the opportunity. I have much respect for you and your movement and your organization, and continue success. And I look forward to also continue working and covering you in the future as well.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate it.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.